So we're going to take a moment to address one of the most massive feedback threads we have.
A massive
feedback thread, and we're gonna. It's very long, and you guys have it on your desks, I'm sure. But I'll just abridge it for the viewers and you guys for the point of conversation for the stream. It is a thread by the great Zamboni, and it talks about the complete foundation changing of Warframe. Whoa. The basic statements are, the current mod card system is not a sustainable one, meaning you cannot continually release mods and use them as a crutch for content. The corrupted mods were already scraping the bottom of the barrel in terms of ideas. Having 300 Warframes...
He's not going to like my answer.
He's PM'd me this several times, and I've given him answers to this several times.
All right.
Right, but the base issue is, the core problem...
This new content is a crutch for new content.
But having 300 Warframes, 1,000 weapons, the issue is the mod card system. The effectiveness of your Warframe and weapon are not tied to your skill or interaction with said items, but to the mods you've equipped. The game becomes one of drops. You play to max Serration, Redirection, Focus, and Prime Chamber.
Okay.
So this is the fundamental point being made, with different examples of how skill can play into this as opposed to a game of drops.
Right.
How utility is taking the place of a redirection mod in terms of slot space and real estate. And essentially, what you think the mod card system is capable of doing for longevity of the game, and if there are plans to potentially revisit the base progression system, which is currently mods.
Well, yes, right? Because now what we're doing with the different tiers of mods, there's basically you're going to gradually, you're going to have a graduated approach to which mods you're using. So your Serration will have like a beginning Serration and a middle Serration and an end Serration.
Okay.
So there's some of that we're dealing with, just from a new player perspective. That's going to be great.
Right.
So there's that.
Yeah, it is a tough question, and I know, but I think we used to have skill trees, right? Like if you played.
I'm sorry, it's not a tough question. There's a lot of bullshit in there actually. Right.
You're loud.
It's all right.
You're the dev.
I think that's laughable to say that we'd have a game about progression where the things you acquire through progression have no bearing on the outcome.
Right.
It's ridiculous. And to say that the mod system nullifies all skill in the game, are you kidding me? It's ridiculous. And since the 70s role-playing games existed, obviously there's an intersection between the value of the objects you acquire and your ability to use them in the right situations.
Certainly.
And the variety in the builds that you can get in Warframe tell me that there's skill not only at the play level, but at the design of your build level.
Right.
And the mod system, it's like making any rule you want. It's breaking the rules of the game. It's extending them.
I think, like when you
say that we're scraping the bottom of the barrel of those ideas is ludicrous. It's like saying we scrape the bottom of the barrel of ideas for Warframes. False.
Right.
We're just getting started.
Right.
There are years of ideas we have in backlog, and it's merely our ability to make them fast enough is the only thing that's holding us back.
Right.
So
I think when you speak to corrupted mods,
I don't know what his frustration is. Maybe it's the same stuff we've been talking about over and over and over again, which is, yes, you need those bare essential mods.
Yep.
Yeah.
True. U14, I think, will address that issue for him.
Yeah.
But I take exception to all that. That's not a tough question because there's a lot of false assertions in there.
Certainly. I think the base fundamental point is our players are looking for something that we might not have in the game and we don't plan on putting in the game.
Okay. Yep.
I suppose. And I suppose there is a general kind of base. People think the mod system is flawed and may not like it, but we think we can work with it and continue to have people playing the game with mods, with customization, with slots.
I suppose. I mean, what have I seen? I've seen the Path of Exile system, which is that tree of nightmare with like 10,000 possibilities.
Right.
Yeah, we could do that, but the mods are what give Warframe its depth, and it's different than those other games where you unlock a tree.
Right. It's just different.
So it's different, and the combinatorial possibilities of this. I mean, we went through this in Update 7. The combinatorial, the combinatorial possibilities in a non-tree system where you use energy balance and slot balance is orders of magnitude higher than any tree system.
Right.
So
I suppose the frustration may be, and for some players is, what more mods can we make? Because every stream you talk about Band-Aid mods like Handspring or Warm Code is useless, and this status chance mod is.
But they focus. I agree. Those are Band-Aid mods, but that's really few and far between.
Sure.
The really exciting thing that we've done with mods lately is add trade-offs.
Right.
Right? Or looking at channeling, increasing channeling efficiency, or increasing the efficacy of channeling. So I think there's a lot more interesting trade-offs to make in those systems. I totally disagree that we scrape the bottom of the barrel there.
All right. Well, you're allowed to disagree. Cool. Someone's saying, I love what you have. I like the fact that I can switch out mods to make the layout I want. Mod makes the game more balanced than a tree system in closed beta.
Yeah. I think it's, you just go into the forums and try to find out what's the best build for anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know,
Then
and
look
it's
at
a
that,
giant thread of people comparing and contrasting. It's like, no, you should have this, you should have that. There's definitely common mods that are probably maybe way too common, and are the ones that people will say that you have to have.
Yep. The biggest flaw I think that we've talked about in the mod system is a lack of trade-off with power return. So you max out a mod, but there's no downside to doing that. So you're not making any trade-offs. You're simply making trade-offs in capacity.
Yeah.
If I could travel back in time, I might change that. But like the corrupted mods, or like we did with the channeling stances, those are things that I think we can kind of work on over time.
I've never seen so much mod love in one thread in my life right now.
Right.
There you go.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was a really good answer.
Yeah.
That was an answer, so.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.